This is such a dangerous myth about relationships. This comment was left on a video where we were discussing the Jonah Hill text messages. Was it boundaries or was it control? It's been talked to death. But this is the dangerous myth, that men who are controlling just have trust issues. Abusive men do not have trust issues. Abusive men demand power and dominance. Their abusiveness is a learned behavior. And then you've got social norms and cultural beliefs around gender roles. And those influence controlling behavior. Now, does insecurity and low self-esteem play a role? Sure. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and open communication. His text messages outline crystal clear that he is not just insecure, he's controlling. If with the amount of videos explaining why it was controlling, why it wasn't boundaries, has not convinced you yet, then you don't want to understand. Quite frankly, I'll go so far as to say that if you're justifying his behavior, you're either an abuser yourself or you're an enabler. An insecure but not controlling person would outline to their partner, I'm feeling insecure about these things. They are my problem, and I'm going to work on them. An insecure but controlling person would say, you can't do these things. You just can't have boundaries around what someone else wears and how they interact with other people. Boundaries are for you, and those things don't have anything to do with you. Do not ever mistake controlling behaviors for insecurity. And while we're on the subject, don't be flattered by jealousy. How anyone can think that his rule of not surfing with men is a boundary is beyond me. If she worked in an office, you would suggest that she quits her job because men are employed in the same office. The myth that controlling men are just insecure is dangerous for many reasons. First and foremost, we're just excusing abusive behavior. This leads to victims being blamed for their partner's abusive behavior. Well, she was posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit. It's no wonder that he hit her. We're not far from that. It also perpetuates the stereotype that men are controlling. Being controlling is not some natural consequence of being a man. It just completely fails to address the issues that lead to controlling behavior. It overlooks the obvious red flags. When we say it's just a trust issue, we overlook the obvious warning signs of an abusive relationship. By calling it a trust issue, we overlook any potential solution. Controlling behavior is a multifaceted issue. It's been proven by research and clinical evidence in psychology and relationship dynamics. Jonah Hill and men like him are not simply insecure. It's not simply trust issues. It is a fundamental belief system that they get to exert this kind of power and dominance over their partners, particularly their female partners. And if anyone feels compelled to make the weak argument that if genders were reversed, nobody would be saying this, you are wrong. Gender aside, abuse is abuse. Control is control.